What is Striper, my peeps? Call me Peeps back here because the Pokemon Company has released another new trailer. And this trailer talks about the starters. Not really so much in depth, but it shows us some new Pokemon, talks about starters. I've obviously seen it already. So we're going to take a look at it. And then very briefly take a look at the new Pokemon and starters. I don't want to do the typical thing where I go and read the entire thing. I just want to read what's new about them. Maybe in a different video, I'll get some people around and we'll read the descriptions of all of them and talk about it that way. But I just want to quickly skim over the new stuff they're bringing. And then we'll play the trailer and talk about the trailer, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and make a swap over here. And we'll full screen this. I do not know why I did not do that earlier. I am a scrub. So I've already seen it, so I kind of know what I want to talk about here. So here they show us the final EVOS, which were leaked forever ago. Now, Dartrix, or Decidueye, he's Grass Ghost. Look at that typing. He's Grass Ghost. Ability Overgrow, nothing new there. But, let me get it. I actually like this one the best out of the three final EVOs. It probably goes this one, then whatever Poplio's name is, and then Litten's. I really do not like Litten's, but we'll talk about that when we get there. I really like this thing. It looks like it's supposed to be speedy. You know, it looks kind of like an assassin. You know, it's got a robe, it's got the hood up, and it looks like it's supposed to be quiet, sneaky. It does look feminine to me. I don't know if it's maybe the hair or the, like, face, you know, pressed back, kind of hidden. I don't know, it looks like it would be a female Pokemon to me. But I like this the best out of the three. And then Grass Ghost, that's a nice typing, you know. I don't think there's been a Ghost starter before. So, it's very unique. All three of them actually got semi-unique typings, I guess. And then he's got a signature move, Spirit Shackle. So it damages the opponent and they can't swap out. That's pretty nice. That's actually really nice. Here we have the Incineroar, Fire Dart. At the very least, he's not firefighting, so that makes me happy. At the very least, he's not firefighting, that makes me happy. Obviously, this thing looks like a male, and then the Poplio Final Evo looks like a female. But I don't like this design. How do you go from a cute cat to an even cuter cat to, as someone on Twitter put it, what's his name? Tony the Tiger on steroids. I don't know. I really don't like this design. And I'm telling you right now that in my Pokemon Sun and Moon LP, we're going to have a Litten or a second form. I forgot what the name of it is. We're either going to have a Litten or the first Evo. The entire LP. We are not evolving it into this garbage. But they all get unique moves and stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then you got the Fire Crotch belt. Like, come on. And then, this is interesting. Darkest Lariat. Ignores opponent's stat changes. So, obviously, if the opponent tries to bulk up, it's not going to matter. But, well, I guess it doesn't say anything about ours. So the opponent wouldn't be able to set up defenses on him, which is nice. And obviously, Primarina is Water Fairy, which is actually kind of nice. Completely bodies... what's his face, though? Completely bodies... Incineroar. Because Water is super effective on Fire, Fairy super effective on Dark. Then you go the other way, and Fire super effective on Grass, and Dark super effective on Ghost. So a lot of people are thinking Fairy's about to get a nerf this gen, and Ghost a boost, and that Ghost is going to be super effective on Fairy, because that's the only way to complete the triangle. I mean, the other two the other two have a count for the others' secondary typing, so it wouldn't make sense if they didn't do it for the final two Pokemon, so... That's what a lot of people are thinking. I agree with them. I think that they will probably do that. If they don't, it'll just seem weird. Because then she got screwed in the secondary typing triangle. I guess actually she gets a buff in it. Never mind. She's not getting screwed. She's getting a buff. Because she'll be able to hit, but not get hit by secondary typing. So, then her move, Sparkling Aria, heals the burns of any target it strikes. So why you... I don't really understand why. I mean, unless you're trying to catch a Pokemon, you're whittling them down. I don't really know. So here we have new Tapu Pokemon. There's going to be one for each island, so they do show the next 3 here. Fairy Psychic ability, Psychic Surge. They all get this Surge ability, which is one reason why I want to quickly skim them after the trailer, because they do some interesting things. And as you see here, Priority Sucker Punch didn't work. So look at that Chubby Cheeks Rattata. This one, I forgot to mention. When I first saw this, I thought this was a Alolan Magierna? That's what I thought, but that's what the design looks like to me. This thing looks like an Amoonguss who is unrooted from the ground and decided to move his arms down. I don't know, this thing looks like an Amoonguss to me. But he gets Grassy Surge. As we can see, he's here fighting dog form Zygarde. Is that 10%? I think that's 10%, I don't know for sure. Then this is probably my favorite of the Guardians, Tapu Fini. I do like Tapu Fini here. This is, like I said, this is probably my favorite of the... Look at that, he's Alolan Exeggutor. You can't even see his head. He's just looking at that long neck, boy. And then Misty Surge, obviously. Oh, look at that thing. And then here they all get a unique Z-move. I'm assuming their Z-move is the same for all of them. It's just going to change colors and obviously what Pokemon is using it. As you can see here, Tapu Koko's using Guardian of Alola. This thing's yellow because Tapu Koko's yellow. I'm assuming they just changed color, but it'll be the same attack. And can we just look here? First of all, Probopass is just sitting there like, he's sitting there scared out of his mind, okay? Probopass is sitting there scared out of his mind. Look at that. And look at how happy she is. She's like, crush him. Like, she looks actually twisted, evil, happy to be doing this. Look at that. And then the way she puts her fist down, she is way too happy to body that Probopass. Oh my gosh. Then here they have a new Pokemon, Cosmog. Ability Unaware, it's Psychic typing. It wouldn't surprise me if it goes to Psychic Ghost. It does look like it'd be more Ghost. Probably mostly because of the colors. Now this is interesting. So earlier they announced Alolan Meowth, but not Alolan Persian. And now they finally announced Alolan Persian, which why they did them so far apart, who knows? But this gives me hope that maybe Alolan Cubone is a thing, and not just Alolan Marowak, because, let's be honest, having one Pokemon Alolan in the same Evo line and not the others is kind of stupid. Kind of garbage, if you ask me. So here's the Pokemon League. I like that it's going to be on top of an ice peak. I, for one, love ice and water, or ice and snow levels and stuff, so that's very nice. So here looks like they're doing something very interesting. So they're bringing in something. It looks like something like the Battle Frontier Maison or something. You can battle and team up against famous trainers. And this part of the trailer made everyone lose their minds. Battle Legends. Red and Blue are about to be in this game. So that's very interesting that they're bringing Red and Blue. I think this is the first like character-to-character connection, main character, because Oak obviously was in Gold and Silver. But that's like the first character-to-character connection. And everyone was freaking out because they're like, yo, they grew up with us. Which is true, they do look like they'd be, you know, somewhere in their early to mid-20s, which is about what all of us 90s kids are. But that's it for the trailer. And then like I said, I just want to very, very quickly go over some of these. So, Darkest Liorat is a dark type move, physical move that only Incineroar can learn, and it allows Incineroar to deal damage while ignoring the effects of any stat changes that the target might otherwise be affected by. So I really wanted to look at, like I said, if I want to get more depth in these, maybe I'll get another video and discuss with people. Sparkling Area is a water type special bit move that only Primarina can learn, and it heals the burns of any target it strikes. It's very, I don't really get that one, because you're gonna attack the opponent and something you want them burned, so I don't know, that's kind of weird if you ask me. And then Spirit Shackle is a ghost type physical move that only Decidui can learn. An opponent hit with this move will become unable to flee from battle or switch out for an ally. I honestly, I like that a lot. You know, you can do damage, and at the same time, it's like a mean look, but you can do damage. Same thing with Dedene's Nuzzle. You know, it's not very good damage, but it's guaranteed Thunder Wave, so it's a better Thunder Wave because you do slight damage. So I don't know, I feel like this will be the same thing, maybe something really low like base 20 power, but they can't flee. Pretty much be replacing Mean Look and stuff like that. So so here we have Cosmog. Don't really want to look too much into it. It doesn't look like it's getting anything unique. Psychic type, Unawares the ability, Nebella Pokemon. Lowland Persian is the classy cat Pokemon. Oh, I'm a classy kitty. Usually refined once. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything but a description on it. That's fine. So here we have Tapu Bulu, the land spirit Pokemon, Grassy Surge. So each of these surges has they all get a move that is basically like Super Fang. It'll take their HP down to half, the opponent's HP down to half. So, but Grassy Surge, an ability that no Pokemon has previously had. With Grassy Surge, the field will be turned into grassy terrain when Tapu Bulu appears in battle, boosting the power of any grass-type moves used by Pokemon on the ground, and restoring a bit of HP to them each turn. So, I guess if you're as long as you're not a flying Pokemon, your grass-type moves will get a boost, which is kind of weird. And you get a little bit of HP each turn, which is nice. And it halves damage from Earthquake, Magnitude, and Bulldoze, which is actually kind of nice. So you send this thing in to set it up. I mean, who knows how long it lasts? Maybe it goes away after you take the Pokemon out, but if it stays on the field for 5 turns after you swap, then you could really use that to your advantage to take less damage from these moves. And then you could try and set up while that's on the field, because obviously half damage from ground type moves. There you go. So, same thing, Psychic Surge, an ability that no one has had. The field would be turned into psychic terrain when it appears, boosting the power of psychic moves and preventing them from being hit by priority moves. So if you're a psychic, or if you're a Pokemon on the ground, you can't get hit with priority moves. So that's actually kind of nice, you know. You can send this thing out. If it like say you're playing competitively and you end up swapping this thing out, swapping it in, and you need to get an attack off. If you outspeed, you will get an attack off because they can't use a priority to just take your knockout. So, or say like you set up and then they bring in a Pokemon to try and, you know, because that happens to me all the time on Showdown. I get set up, I take a couple Pokemon out, they bring a priority, take my guy out, and it's stupid. But that will prevent that, which is kind of nice. And then my favorite, Tapu Fini, the land spirit Pokemon, Water Fairy. Misty Surge. So if you're on the ground, you take half damage from dragon type moves. So dragon's getting a nerf in this field. And you can't be afflicted with status, conditions, or confusion. So I want to know, I mean, it doesn't really make it viable, but what if you sent this thing in, you could swap it out into a dragon type, and you could use Outrage. Would you not get confused after that? Because you can't get status, conditions, or confusion. I don't know, that's it's kind of a weird thought to me. They're also very specific too, on the ground Pokemon only, but I guess it makes sense. Although if you change the terrain, you're changing the whole battlefield. You're not just changing the ground, you're changing the entire atmosphere. So I don't know. Flying types may or may not should be affected by that. I don't know. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me. I didn't want it to be quite this long, but we did talk over minor things. It would have been like 10 minutes longer if we went into detail about all the new things we saw. Or rather, the descriptions and stuff. So that is it for me. I will go ahead and see you guys next time. Hopefully you did enjoy. And Mimikyu also got confirmed for an official plush coming out in March. And I'm gonna need it, boys. I'm gonna need it.